Hey everybody, I'm Jacob Castro and welcome to another video here on Jacob's Aquarium. Also, welcome to my bedroom. Today I'm going to give you guys an update on the tank, and I also wanted to share a rather hilarious comment I received on my previous tank update video. So you guys really seem to be liking these tank update videos. I receive requests from people all the time on new videos like this. People always ask me, how's your tank doing? Can't wait for the new video to come out. So since I know you guys like these videos, I will try to make more of them, because definitely things change all the time with my aquarium, it seems like. So there's always some things to talk about as well. So the ADA 75P has been doing really good. I've had some issues with blue-green algae, or more properly known as cyanobacteria, and I've had some problems with green stringy algae, and I've been using two different products to combat those things. And the first one that I've been using to combat the cyanobacteria, or blue-green algae, whatever you want to call it, is called a green slime remover. And I've actually talked about it before in my previous videos, and it's a product that I recommend all the time for people that have blue-green algae or are experiencing a blue-green algae bloom in their tank. This type of algae is very hard, or not algae, I shouldn't say that, it's bacteria. So this type of cyanobacteria, I should say, is very difficult to get rid of, and it absolutely covers plants to death. And I say to death because it can actually totally cover a plant to the point where the plant cannot absorb any light, and it just melts and withers away, you know. So this stuff is so frustrating, so irritating, and green slime remover is the only product that I have found that actually works and actually does really get rid of this stuff. This frustrating freaking cyanobacteria. This thing will just like blanket your whole tank, guys. It's so irritating. But yeah, green slime remover, it's a great product. They're not paying me to endorse the product or anything, but I've used it before, I'm using it now, and it's doing a great job helping get rid of the cyanobacteria. I'm noticing day by day that more and more of the patches of cyanobacteria in the tank are just starting to just disappear, just melt away. And this can also prove to be a little bit of a bad thing as well, because the cyanobacteria may be disappearing, but where is it going? Where is all that excess crap, you know, going when it's just melting away? It's staying in the aquarium, obviously. So I would recommend doing some water changes after you use this product and you notice it's worked for you, just to get all the, you know, that medication out and all the leftover, you know, junk from the cyanobacteria as well. That'd probably be a good thing to do. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, that product has been working very well to get rid of the blue-green algae, and I can't wait till it's just completely gone, because this stuff is so frustrating. I've experienced it before. I didn't even know about green slime remover, and it was sometimes the thing that just caused me to give up on a tank, because no matter what I did, I could not get rid of this stuff. But once I discovered the green slime remover stuff, I'm like, oh, finally, something I can just throw in the tank and it gets rid of it. You know, over time, of course, not, you know, night and day. And that's the thing I really would like to stress as well when you use this product, is don't expect instant results. It's going to take some time, you know. I saw a lot of reviews about this product on Amazon, and people are like, I used it for a couple days and it didn't work for me. And I'm just thinking, it takes more than a couple days, but you have to give this thing some time. So yeah, just give it some time, but this stuff definitely does work, and it's working for me very well. Now for the green stringy algae in the tank, I've been pretty much just relying on my auto sinkless catfish and my shrimp for the past 2 weeks to get rid of this stuff, ever since I noticed it growing in the tank. And that has seemed to be working pretty well. The autos did a great job eating all the algae, and I noticed the tank looked a lot cleaner after I added like 20 autos in the tank, you know. But now I think it's getting to a point where it's just growing so much and the autos cannot consume it as fast as it's growing. So I actually had to do something that I really didn't want to do, but it was either do this or hope that the algae goes away and gets eaten up by the autos, which I don't think would happen because it's just growing so much faster than how much they could eat. I did the best I could to remove all of my shrimp from the tank, and I gave my shrimp to a friend, and I added some API algae fix to get rid of the algae. I figured this was like the only way to get out of this algae jam, you know, because I added so many autos and that wasn't helping. The shrimp definitely do not eat enough algae to, you know, at the rate that it's growing, you know, to help get rid of it completely. So API algae fix was really the only way out of this algae problem, and it's working very well. A lot of the algae has actually just melted away. It's turned white and just melted away, gets sucked up into the filtration system. So that's working very well to help get rid of the algae, and I'm so glad because as probably many of you out there, you know, I'm sure you feel the same way. You hate algae. I hate it too, and it definitely is a very frustrating part of owning a planted tank. But of course, as time goes on, it'll be much easier to manage algae in the aquarium. But for right now, I'm using a chemical API algae fix to get rid of it in my tank, and it's working very well. All right, now let's talk about the plants. And since I'm going to start talking about the plants in the tank, I wanted to share this comment with you guys. I thought it was pretty hysterical. So the YouTube user that posted this comment will go unnamed because I don't want him to get any, you know, hate messages or comments or whatever from people on my channel. But I will read to you what he posted on my previous tank update video. He says, "Definitely, I don't like the result of your trimming. You have exterminated the poor plants." Sad face. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the plants in the tank now. You tell me, you know, they've had some time to grow back ever since I cut them. And I'm sure you guys remember I cut them for a reason, you know, to, especially the Rotala, to make it look a little bushier. You tell me if the plants look like they've been exterminated. They're still there, right? Yeah, they're not exterminated at all. I receive comments like this all the time, guys. It's nothing new, but I just thought I would share this with you because it really, really did make me laugh. Like, I was reading it on my phone and I just started laughing out of nowhere, and my friend next to me is like, what's going on? Why are you laughing so much? And I just showed him and he's like, oh God. The things YouTubers have to put up with all the time. But yeah, the plants are doing very, very well. They're growing very well. The Rotala has grown back a lot since I cut it. And as you can see, it looks so much more bushier. Is bushier a word? I think it might be. Than it did before. The Alternanthera rhynicki mini, though, on the other hand, I need to trim that one a little more often because it still just looks very tall and stem-like, if that makes any sense. It doesn't really look that bushy, you know. Of course, if as I continue to trim it shorter and shorter, or, you know, trim after trim, it'll grow back denser and denser each time. So I think the Alternanthera rhynicki mini is going to take a little bit to become not as dense as a Rotala. I don't think that'll ever happen, but it's going to take a little bit for it to become a dense bush in the aquarium. So, but I'm going to continue trimming that plant, and over time it'll definitely get bushier and bushier. As far as the rest of the plants in the tank, the aerial column plants and the dwarf baby tears are doing very, very well. The aerial column plants have actually grown a lot, and it's been rather interesting watching them grow because I really haven't ever grown these plants before, and I know they're slow growers, but mine have been growing at a reasonable pace, I would say. They're not, you know, they don't seem to be growing as slow as I expected them to grow, or as other people told me they grew. One of my aerial column plants is actually really, really big, and it looks really, really nice. I want you guys to help me out though with this plant because I'm pretty sure this is a type of algae. I'm just not sure which one it is, but as you can see, there are these little black balls of algae growing on the leaves on this plant, and I can't figure out what type of algae this is. And I'm starting to notice as well that API Algae Fix is not getting rid of it. So I don't know what this is, guys. So maybe if you guys know, post it in the comment section below. That would really help me out. But yeah, all the rest of the plants in the tank are doing very, very well. The dwarf baby tears are spreading out very, very nicely. It's going to take a while before that patch that I planted carpets the whole bottom of the tank. I might actually consider buying some more dwarf baby tears and planting them sporadically in the foreground section of the tank just to get the carpet going a little bit more faster, because it seems like relying on this one patch to, you know, carpet out the whole front of the tank is gonna take a while. And I'm a patient person, you know, I have good patience, but when it comes to plants and dwarf baby tears in particular, you know, I really, really want that carpet, and I don't want to have to wait 6 months to finally have a carpet of dwarf baby tears, or even longer than that. So I might consider buying some more and planting them sporadically, so I get a carpet of dwarf baby tears a lot sooner. But the plants are doing great in the tank for sure. And lastly, as far as the fish are doing really, really good as well. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I don't have shrimp anymore. I took all those out because I used API Algae Fix. And if you remember from my previous videos that I made on that product, you can't use that product with shrimp because it'll just totally kill them. And I didn't want to torture the little guys. You know, I thought that'd be sad if they just all, you know, died, because I had so many of them in the tank. And trust me, guys, it was such a pain to find all these freaking shrimp in this tank. I hope I got them all. I'm pretty sure I did. But it was such a pain. I thought I was going to destroy my planet tank getting all these shrimp out because there's so many little places that they can hide. But I'm pretty sure I got them all. And they're really, really happy in my friend's tank. And I'm really happy because I could finally use API Algae Fix to get rid of the algae in my tank. But yeah, the fish are doing great, and in particular, Sunny, my discus fish, is doing very, very well. He is a very, very personal fish as well. Every time, well, for those of you that don't know, my tank is in the garage, and every time I open the garage door, he always rushes up to the top of the tank because he knows what's going to happen. He knows I'm going to drop some flakes in there and it's time to eat, you know. So it's been really, really fun having a discus fish and experiencing that, and how you know, how much they connect with their owners and recognize their owners as well. And they really do recognize their owners, because, you know, anybody else can walk up to my tank and Sunny will not pay any attention to them. But it's weird. I walk up to the tank and he swims right up and he thinks I'm gonna feed him. It's just, it's weird. But I guess discus fish can recognize their owners, or the person that feeds them the most often, I guess. But Sunny is doing really, really well. His color is looking just so, so beautiful. He's such a beautiful fish. You know, for those of you that criticize me, that's because I only had one discus fish in this tank. I hope this is a really great example, and something that changes your mind about discus, or opens you up to different things about discus, because you know, some of you guys criticize me for just having one, because most of the time, or typically, people have them in schools. But you can definitely have one discus fish, guys. Nothing's gonna happen. You know, this discus fish, you know, Sunny being by himself, he's not gonna get, you know, clinically depressed and have to go on Zoloft and all that crap. You know, no. That's not gonna happen. He's perfectly fine. He's happy. He's healthy. I think if he wasn't happy and healthy, he wouldn't be eating. He wouldn't be swimming around as much as he is. I mean, he's fine. You can definitely have one discus fish in an aquarium. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad for the fish. And like I said, I hope that this video is proof that you can definitely do that, because Sunny's doing very, very well, and he looks so, so beautiful. So that pretty much does it for this video here on Jacob's Aquarium. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to buy any of the plants that you've seen in this video, visit my website, jacobsaquarium.com, where you can buy these plants and many more. I have over 60 different species of aquatic plants available. I get shipments every single week, so we always have stuff available and in stock, and they're all housed at Jacob's Nursery. And speaking of Jacob's Nursery, if you'd like to buy aquatic plants locally, visit my nursery in Corona, California. I'm open on Saturdays only. I used to be open Monday through Saturday, but I changed that because my schedule is just way too crazy to, dedicate, 100% of my time to the nursery, 6 days a week. I just could not do it, guys. So I'm open to the public on Saturdays, but every other day of the week I am closed, and that includes Sunday. So if you'd like to buy aquatic plants locally and not have to pay for shipping, if you're in the Southern California area, visit Jacob's Nursery in Corona, California. I'm located at 21550 Temescal Canyon Road in Corona, California, and the zip code is 92883. Also, don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links will be in the description below. Okay, thank you guys again so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Have fun with your tanks, and I will see you next time.